Let's take you straight back to the Durban Magistrate's Court. You've seen the appearance of the 5 suspects who have been nabbed in connection with the murders of rapper aka and his friend Tibz, making their first appearance. 2 others awaiting extradition from Eswatini. Let's go straight to Linda Mnisi now. Linda, a big moment, all eyes on the court this morning. Just give us an update as to how things unfolded. As you know, we had a very poor audio connection.
Yeah, so as you know, Iman, that this is a first court appearance and not much really happens during the first court appearance. The accused names will of course be read onto the record, as well as the charges that they are facing. The state prosecutor in this matter telling the court that they are facing charges of conspiracy to commit murder, 2 counts of murder and other charges related to attempted murder and possession of unlawful firearms. So at that particular moment, then also telling the court that these are Schedule 6 offences, and therefore places the onus on the accused persons to, of course, be the ones that would place before the court why they need to be granted bail. This, of course, follows the defence telling the court that at a later stage then they want to bring an application for bail. Initially, the prosecutor had, of course, proposed that this matter be set down or be postponed for further investigation. But, of course, at a later stage, then, what would then happen is that the proposal of the dates would need to be discussed. So we're on a short adjournment for the proposal of the next postponement because, of course, it clashes with the issue around the bail, as well as the issue around the bail, as well as the issue of further investigations. Let's see if we possibly can get word from Uncle Tony, who's AKA's father, who's in court and has been, of course, listening into the proceeding.
Well, this is all new to me, but the concept of being in court, you're appearing in front of the people, but you're hiding behind masks, is for me something I don't understand why that's allowed. I understand it's part of the COVID, because of COVID. But when you're in court, you're appearing in front of the people. And to be able to hide behind masks, for me, is something that the justice system needs to look at.
You were hoping to see them face to face?
Yes. Not just me. There's another family, and the people of South Africa should be able to see their faces. So I don't understand how the system works, and I hope there's some precedent that can enable the magistrate to compel them to take off their masks.
I think you would have heard as well that there's going to be a slight delay with the extradition process of the last 2 suspects. What's your reaction to that?
Well, from the beginning, we were told that extradition can be complex and it can take time. It can take up to 3 months. We don't control it as from this side. So I didn't think and I didn't expect that it was going to be quick. So.
Was there any surprise when you looked at the suspects? The age of them, anything that you were able to pick up? Were you surprised at all? What kind of emotions were you feeling?
It was my first sight of them, and it's nothing in particular. They look like ordinary people that have committed something as horrible as this, and for money, and that is a reflection of our society, but for me it is a bit anticlimactic because they're hiding behind masks. The second shooter has got a full hoodie on with a full face mask, hunched over all the time. I think that we should be able to see who they are.
Uncle Tony, Linda Mnisi from Newzroom Afrika. Talk to us about how Lynn is feeling this morning. Did you have a conversation with her? Is she watching the proceedings?
I'm here speaking for myself. I do not want to speak for her.
But it must be a difficult moment for her.
It is difficult for all of us. Not only the Forbes family, the Motswani family, extended family, for all of us. But I'm here as Kenneth's father, and I cannot speak for Lynn.
And when you heard the news that they would finally be appearing in court, talk to us about the general feeling in the family and the difficulty of having to break the news to Keenan's daughter.
You're speaking about the first time when he passed?
No, now.
Yeah, I don't think she really understands. For her, she continues to struggle. So we haven't really discussed it as a family with Cairo. So, but for me, obviously it started with the breaking news was on Saturday when I was informed that the 2 people were arrested in Swaziland. And of course, we are here today, and I'm cautiously optimistic. For me, we have to, with the 7 suspects in custody and being now starting court proceedings, for me it is the start of that next stage. It doesn't represent that we're there. It's really the start to get closer to the truth, to find out who is really behind all of this. But it's an important step that we have to go through. We're still only at the bottom of the pyramid.
Yeah. Are you satisfied with the fact that the police are saying that the mastermind is amongst the people that have been arrested? Do you believe that he's amongst them, or there's someone else who is a mastermind?
I don't think that the provincial commissioner, I was listening to the Q&A and the statement, I don't think that the provincial commissioner really meant the true mastermind. I think he was referring to the coordinator. And so the coordinator, if I understand things correctly, received a sum of money and shared it with 6 other people. Where did that money come from? So if it came through the banking system, then the police should be able to pick up the trail and find out where it came and continue the investigation from there. So is this the true mastermind? My gut feeling says no, but I haven't done the investigation. I'm speculating.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so Iman, that is Tony Forbes, the father of a.k.a. Keenan Forbes, talking to us there about, of course, the latest developments reflecting on the issue around there being a mastermind, and of course saying that what he believes is that amongst the 5 guys that are before the court today, the one that was mentioned as a mastermind is in fact a coordinator, and believes that somebody else could be involved in this matter. As you can see, I'm trying to move around court to try and get the word from Police Minister Begekele. We're at an important stage, of course, and the prosecutor telling the court that further investigations are still underway. The police, of course, are responsible for these investigations. Are you confident that you're making headway?
Well, for the fact that you are here, once you are here, which means somebody has taken the decision. The police have done the investigation and it's gone to somebody that looked at the matters, and somebody said, yes, I'll take the matter to court. We don't just wake up and barge in court, but processes take us here. Well, listening to what the police have done, not only here, we are on the side to believe that they are on good track. We are on track of dealing with the matter, with the exception of some few things like the 2 guys that are outstanding and all that, and the investigation that will be happening, which really even the magistrate, the prosecutor did say would not come with the details of the further investigation. Ourselves as the police would not come with the further details of the investigation, but they are investigations.
All Right, thank you so much. That is the Police Minister, Bheki Cele. We're just going to try to get word from the Police Commissioner, somebody who is quite involved in the intricacies of this particular investigations. You would have seen him briefing the media earlier in the week, but it's important that also, Iman, we get word from him in terms of what we've spoken about. General Lieutenant Ndlandla Mkhwanazi, thank you so much for your time, Commissioner. Newzroom Afrika has been able to speak to the Ndimande family, right? And what they're telling us is that the two boys, their two family members, did not leave the country because they were evading arrests, as announced earlier this week. In fact, what they're saying is that they were fleeing for their safety because police were after them in what seemingly is a taxi war. What is your response to that?
So we've made arrest, effected arrest, and as a result, the matters in court. NPA will talk on anything about the accused.
So you're not responding?
NPA will talk about accused.
All right, so Iman, court is back in session, and we'll get word maybe later from the Commissioner.